Today we will discuss now the new chapter, that is electrochemistry. Okay? So now today we are going to discuss about the new chapter electrochemistry. This is also a part of physical chemistry. Okay? Electrochemistry. Now what is electrochemistry? It's a separate branch of chemistry that deals with the electric current. ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रिक करंट और केमिकल रिएक्शंस पे डील करने वाली जो ब्रांच है केमिस्ट्री की, दैट्स इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री. इट इज बेसिकली द स्टडी ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. इट इज अ स्टडी ऑफ द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फ्रॉम spontaneous chemical reaction. There are certain reactions which are spontaneous, and those chemical reaction results in the production of electricity, or it can be used, or it can be said as the use of electrical energy to carry out those reactions which do not proceed by themselves, which do not proceed by themselves. So it is either used to produce electricity from spontaneous chemical reaction, or to carry out, or to use electrical energy to carry out reactions which do not produce, which are not being carried by themselves. That means those reactions which are non-spontaneous. So it's a branch basically which is dealing with the study of electric current and converting that electric current, right? Formation of electric current from reaction and the conversion of electric current into the chemical reaction. That is those reactions which are not taking place by themselves, that can be carried if you give electric energy, and that branch of science or chemistry is called as electrochemistry. ठीक है, तो ये नॉन स्पॉन्टेनियस रिएक्शंस जो अपने आप नहीं होती, इलेक्ट्रिक करंट देकर हम वो रिएक्शंस कैरी आउट कर लेते हैं. Now what is the use? Why do we need to know about this production of electricity and the conversion? The basic use is these different electrical methods help us in producing different chemicals. Chemicals form करने में electrochemistry हम बहुत ज़्यादा industries में use करते हैं. There are certain electrochemical methods which are used for the production of sodium hydroxide, chlorine, hydrogen, so fluorine and different numbers of metals. And also for electroplating we use it. We use to to make batteries. There are different kind of batteries that deals with electrochemistry itself, and also to design fuel cell. So there are different concepts which has been applied in electrochemistry. So this is the need to study electrochemistry, and we are trying to make different kind of batteries by the technology. ठीक है, electrochemistry की मदद से we are trying to make different kinds of batteries which are more efficient and less environment harmful. They are more environment friendly chemicals, so we are trying to convert such batteries. We are trying to make the batteries. So this is about electrochemistry basic. Now in this, the first part that we are going to deal is with is conductance. In this we are going to discuss initially about Ohm's law. So I hope you all are well aware about this topic, Ohm's law. सबने पढ़ रखा है. Now Ohm's law states that the potential difference V across a conductor is directly proportional, that is the potential difference V across a conductor is directly proportional to the current I flowing through it. So mathematically V is proportional to I, or V is equal to IR, where R is called as resistance. तो जब हम इलेक्ट्रिक करंट के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं तो सबसे पहले कंडक्टर्स से रिलेटेड कुछ लॉज है वो हम डिस्कस करें. दैट्स द ओम्स लॉ. Ohm's law tells us if the potential difference across the conductor is V and the current flowing through it is I, then V is proportional to I, or V is equal to IR, where R is the resistance, or we can define resistance as रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ द कंडक्टर होता है, और ये रेजिस्टेंस कैसे डिफाइन करते हैं? इट इज बेसिकली द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ अ सब्सटेंस. रेजिस्टेंस इज द प्रॉपर्टी of a substance which obstructs the flow by which it obstructs the flow of electric current through it. तो बेसिकली ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन है टू द फ्लो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, उसको कहते हैं रेजिस्टेंस. रेजिस्टेंस क्या है? प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ अ कंडक्टर by which it obstructs the flow of electric current through it, and that's called as resistance. So Ohm's law states that the potential difference across a conductor is proportional to I, that is a current passing through it, and R is a resistance. It's the property of a substance by which it obstructs, रोकता है करंट को फ्लो होने से उस कंडक्टर में से, and that is called resistance. So now we all are aware that this resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to the length of the conductor and inversely proportional to the area of cross section. ठीक है, where L is the length of the conductor. ठीक है, resistance directly proportional to the length and inversely to the area of the cross section. So we can remove this proportionality sign and we can write R is equal to a constant rho L by A. It's R H O, a Greek letter rho. Over here it means specific resistance or resistivity. It's a proportionality constant and tells us about the specific resistance or resistivity. So resistance R is proportional to length and inversely to area of cross section, or you can tell it is equal to rho L by A, where L is the length and A is the area of cross section. ठीक है, now how do we define resistivity? So this is an equation, we need to learn this equation. Resistance is equal to rho L by A. So what is rho? Rho is R into A by L. So rho, when length of the conductor is 1 centimeter, area of the cross section is 1 centimeter square, therefore then what do we have? Rho is equal to R. So for defining resistivity or specific resistance, it's defined as the resistance offered by the conductor which is 1 centimeter length and having an area of cross section of 1 centimeter square. So resistivity is the resistance offered by a conductor of unit centimeter length and unit area of cross section. So this is resistivity. ठीक है, so we have seen Ohm's law. Ohm's law states the potential difference across a conductor is proportional to I, or V is equal to IR, and R is equal to V by I, and the unit of resistance is Ohm, symbol Ohm like this. ठीक है, now when you talk about resistance, we said that it is proportional to length and inversely proportional to the area of cross section, and rho R is equal to rho L by A, or rho is equal to R A by L. So what is the unit of rho? Rho would be having a unit resistance, centimeter square upon centimeter. This will cancel out. So rho specific resistance has a unit ohm centimeter. ठीक है, so ohm centimeter is a unit for resistivity or specific resistance. Now the next term that we are going to see is conductance. Conductance is denoted by G, and it is defined as the reciprocal of resistance. It's the reciprocal of resistance, or it may be defined as R. resistance क्या था? Obstruction to the flow of current. उसका उल्टा है. So it's the ease by which a conductor allows the current to flow through it. It's the ease by which the conductor allows the current to flow through a conductor. So G is equal to 1 by R, and R is equal to rho L upon A. So it's 1 by rho. So conductance is 1 upon rho, ठीक है, 1 upon rho L by A, or you can write G is equal to 1 upon rho A by L. This is what you get as the conductance. It's the ease by which the current flows through a conductor. And what about the unit of conductance? It's a reciprocal. It's 1 upon ohm. So it's ohm inverse. Symbol में ohm inverse, and it is also equal to S, which means Simon. ठीक है, so it can be expressed in this particular manner also, and it's also called as mho, M-H-O. Ulta of ohm is mho. So conductance is the ease by which current flows through it. Is this clear? Now the next term is conductivity. Conductivity is denoted by the letter, it's just like K, it's called as kappa. ठीक है, conductivity is denoted by kappa, and it's the reciprocal of resistivity. Kappa is 1 by rho. It's the reciprocal of resistivity. And what is resistivity? Resistivity is R into L by A. Resistivity is A by L. So you'll have 1 by R into L upon A. 1 by R is called conductance, so that's G into L by A. So conductivity is conductance into L by A. Conductivity is conductance into L by A. So this term kappa is equal to G into L by A. L by A is also called as cell constant. एक पर्टिकुलर सेल के लिए लेंथ और एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन फिक्स्ड होता है, so L by A would be constant. It's called a cell constant. So the conductivity is defined as the conductance of 1 centimeter cube of solution of the electrolyte. So it's defined as the conductance for 1 centimeter length conductor having an area of cross section of 1 centimeter square. So it is also said as the conductance kappa is equal to G when L by A is equal to 1. So kappa is conductance when unit length you have of conductor with an area of cross section 1 centimeter square. So it's defined as the conductance of 1 centimeter cube of solution of an electrolyte. So kappa, which is conductivity, is conductance into cell constant. It's called conductivity into cell constant. Each cell has a specific value for cell constant, and the unit would be G की unit क्या है? Ohm inverse. L centimeter upon centimeter square. So you will have per centimeter, that is ohm inverse, centimeter inverse, or Siemens centimeter inverse. Siemens centimeter inverse or ohm inverse, centimeter inverse. So these are few terms that we have to know initially dealing into electrochemistry. We have to know conductors. Conductors are substances which allow current to pass through it, and the conductors have certain terms associated with it, like resistance, resistivity, conductivity, conductance. Now there are two types of conductors. Conductors will allow current to flow through them. So conductors are of two types: electronic conductors, and or it's also called as metallic conductors, and the second one is electrolytic conductors. तो दो तरह के कंडक्टर्स होते हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक और and electrolytic. Electronic is also called as metallic conductors. These are called as metallic conductors. ठीक है? Now in electronic conductors, the conductors, they allow the current to pass through them, and the responsible reason for the current to pass through them is the flow of free electrons. So the conductors in which current is flowing through the presence of free electrons or mobile electrons are called metallic or electronic conductors. ठीक है, these are conductors, they allow the current to pass through them, but why are they allowing current? Because they are free electrons, and metals generally are free electrons, so these are electronic or metallic conductors. ठीक है, here the matter is not decomposing, matter कहीं पर भी flow नहीं कर रहा, matter कहीं पर भी move नहीं करता, only electrons keep on moving. And for this metals, when they act as conductor, we all know that if you heat metals or if you increase the temperature, the ability to allow the current to pass through them decreases, that is resistance will increase. So if the temperature is enhanced or increased, the conductivity will decrease. ठीक है, तो कंडक्टिविटी डिक्रीज हो जाएगी, करंट को फ्लो होने की एबिलिटी कम हो जाती है. And such are electronic conductors. Now these electronic conductors depends on the nature of the metal as well as these depend on temperature. किस टेम्परेचर पे आप वर्क कर रहे हो, कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट है. So the factors affecting metallic conductance is, the first factor that affect the metallic conductance is the nature of the metal. If the metal is having more number of unpaired electron, more number of free electron, that is more number of valence electron, then the conductivity would be high, metallic conductance would be high. ठीक है, so if the number, it depends on the nature of the metal, it also depends on the structure. अगर metallic force कम है तो electron easily move कर सकते हैं, depends on the structure, also it depends on the temperature. So if you increase the temperature for a metal, the conductivity will decrease. So this is about metallic conductance. ठीक है, metallic conductance यानी कि metals जब conductors की तरह act करते हैं, these are called metallic conductors. Now the second conductors that I have written was electrolytic. So first, dealing with electrolytic, first we have to know the term called electrolyte. What do we mean by electrolyte? Electrolytes are substances which are allowing current to pass through them. ठीक है, they allow the current to pass through them either in the aqueous or in the molten state. So electrolytes are substances which allow the current to pass through them. वो होते हैं electrolytes. वो dissociate होते हैं ions में. So electrolyte are substances, a substance which dissociates partially or completely into ions and allow the flow of current. So substances which dissociates into ions and allow the flow of current due to the movement of ions, due to the movement of, यहाँ electrons नहीं है, ions move कर रहे हैं, due to the movement of ions are called electrolytes. So electrolytes conductors ही है, और ये conduct कैसे करते हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉन की मूवमेंट की वजह से नहीं, ions की मूवमेंट की वजह से. जो भी इलेक्ट्रोलाइट है वो डिसोसिएट हो जाता है आयंस के अंदर, और ये आयंस मूव करते हैं. जब आयंस मूव करेंगे तो करंट फ्लो होगा. तो यहाँ पे मैटर इन्वॉल्व होता है इन द फ्लो ऑफ करंट बिकॉज आयंस आर मूविंग. सो मैटर मूव्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ आयंस विच इज नॉट सो इन मेटालिक कंडक्टर्स. मेटालिक कंडक्टर में मेटल कैटायन मूव नहीं करते, सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रॉन मूव करते हैं. और इनकी कंडक्टिविटी, अगर आप टेम्परेचर राइज करोगे तो पार्टिकल के बीच का फोर्स कम हो जाएगा, काइनेटिक एनर्जी ज़्यादा होगी, एज अ रिजल्ट more would be the conductivity. So if you increase the temperature of electrolyte, the conductivity will definitely increase. And these electrolytes are also classified into two categories. ये electrolytes भी दो टाइप के होते हैं. Types of electrolyte. The electrolyte which dissociates completely are called as strong electrolyte. जो electrolyte पूरी तरह से डिसोसिएट हो जाते हैं. इफ आई हैव अ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट विच आयनाइजेस कंप्लीटली, यानी कि सारी रिएक्शन फॉरवर्ड में ही हो रही है, इट आयनाइजेस कंप्लीटली, देन इट्स अ स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. फॉर एग्जांपल सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, NaCl, etc. So they ionize completely in aqueous solution and these electrolytes are called strong electrolytes. Now the second category of electrolytes which ionizes partially or they ionize to a smaller extent, such electrolytes are called weak electrolytes. Weak electrolyte बहुत थोड़े ionize होते हैं. For example, acetic acid, it ionizes partially, so you can see reversible ions arrow is written क्योंकि वो पूरी तरह से ionize नहीं होते. Ammonium hydroxide also is a weak electrolyte, partially ionized होगा into ammonium and hydroxide ion. So the electrolyte which ionize completely, वो सारे टूटकर ions में बदल जाते हैं, that are strong electrolyte. और जो electrolyte कम ions देते हैं वो weak electrolyte होते हैं. तो definitely ज़्यादा ions होंगे तो ज़्यादा conductivity होगी, कम ions देते हैं तो कम conductivity होती है. So two types of electrolyte we have, strong as well as weak, depending on the dissociation. कितने ions में dissociate होते हैं, उतने respect में हम इनके बारे में बात करते हैं. So electrolytes are substance which ionize partially or completely in aqueous solution, and the factors affecting the conductance of the electrolytic conductance are, it depends on the nature of electrolyte. अगर ions ज़्यादा produce होंगे तो definitely conductivity, electrolytic conductance ज़्यादा होगा, ठीक है. It also depends on the nature of, not the nature exactly, the force between the solute solvent and solvent. इनके फोर्स अगर वीक है, सारे तरह के इंटरेक्शंस अगर वीक है तो आयंस इजीली डिसोसिएट हो जाएंगे और उनका मूवमेंट ज़्यादा होगा. इफ द आयंस लाइक ईच अदर तो मूवमेंट कम होगा तो कंडक्टिविटी भी कम हो जाएगी. Thirdly, it depends on temperature. If you increase the temperature, the kinetic energy increases. The inter-ionic force, ion के बीच के force, the inter-ionic force will decrease and the conductance will increase. So these are the basic factors on which electrolytic conductance depend. It depends on the nature of electrolyte. If it is a strong electrolyte, ज़्यादा ions देगा तो ज़्यादा conductivity होगी. Force, अगर solute के interactions अगर strong है तो movement कम होगा, mobility कम होगी तो electrolytic conductance भी कम होगा. And if you increase the temperature, the conductance, the electrolytic conductance will increase because the kinetic energy will increase. The inter-ionic force, ion के बीच का जो force है वो कम हो जाएगा. As a result, electrolytic conductance increases. Now, to measure the conductance को measure कैसे करें? उसके लिए we have a Wheatstone bridge. We have discussed Wheatstone bridge. So Wheatstone bridge help us in finding. It is used to measure conductance. ठीक है? So conductance we can measure by the application of Wheatstone bridge, where you learn that if you are having basically यहाँ पे एक unknown substance है, एक resistance है, then you have again a resistance, ठीक है. हम कनेक्ट कर देते हैं. R3 R4 नोन रेजिस्टेंस है, R1 वेरिएबल है, R2 जिसका हमें निकालना है कंडक्टेंस, ठीक है. कंडक्टिविटी सेल है, दिस इज अ कंडक्टिविटी सेल. हमने कंडक्टिविटी सेल कर दिया, इसका रेजिस्टेंस निकालना है, कंडक्टेंस मेजर करना है. सो यू हैव अ डिटेक्टर ओवर हियर, P is a detector. So when you complete this in the circuit, you have the resistance R1 which is a variable resistance, R3 R4, R2 resistance fixed resistance है, R3 R4, R1 variable है और एक कंडक्टिविटी सेल है जिसका कंडक्टेंस हमें निकालना है, अननोन रेजिस्टेंस है R2, वो फाइंड आउट करना है. और ये ब्रिज बैलेंस कब होता है? जब कोई भी करंट पास नहीं होता. When no current pass through it, the bridge is getting balanced, and under these conditions we know that R1 upon R2 is equal to R3 upon R4. R2 find out करना है resistance of the conductivity cell, that is R1 R4 upon R3. With the help of Wheatstone bridge we can find the conductivity of the resistance of the conductivity cell and then conductance find out हम कर सकते हैं. अगर resistance मिल गया तो resistance का reciprocal होता है conductance and we can get the conductance. So Wheatstone bridge is basically used to find the resistance of an unknown conductivity cell. Now the next term we are going to discuss is molar conductivity. Molar conductivity is denoted by lambda m. Molar conductivity. It is defined as the conducting power. It is defined as the conducting power of all ions that are produced by 1 mole of electrolyte. So when you have 1 mole of electrolyte dissolved in a solution, so 1 mole of electrolyte which is placed between 2 large electrodes, दो बड़े बड़े electrodes है which are 1 centimeter apart, with area of cross section as unity. So you have the conducting power of all the ions dissolved by 1 mole of electrolyte placed between 2 electrodes which are 1 centimeter apart. 2 electrode है 1 centimeter apart है, area of cross section 1 centimeter square है. तो वो 1 mole जब dissolve हो रहा है तो solution की conducting power कितनी है? That is lambda m. So it's the conducting power of all the ions produced by 1 mole of electrolyte dissolved in a particular volume of the solution. So lambda m mathematically is kappa into volume. Kappa into volume, or you can tell it is also equal to kappa into volume is 1000 upon concentration, and concentration is expressed in mole per liter. So it's also denoted by molarity. 1 mole in a particular unit volume. So 1 mole per volume basically it's mole per liter. So it's molarity जो term यहाँ पर आपको डालना है. तो lambda m is equal to kappa into 1000 upon molarity. So it's the volume of solution in centimeter cube containing, V is the volume of the solution, which contains in 1 centimeter cube you have 1 mole of electrolyte. In 1 centimeter cube we have 1 mole of the electrolyte. ठीक है, तो V volume है, basically that's the concentration in mole per liter. So this is lambda m. Molar conductivity is kappa into 1000 by m. What is the unit of kappa? Kappa we have seen it has a unit Siemens centimeter inverse, that is ohm inverse centimeter inverse. 1000 की कोई यूनिट नहीं है, और ये होता है मोल पर ml. You can write mole per milliliter or it's mole per centimeter cube. So what happens is you get the unit Siemens centimeter square mole inverse. Siemens centimeter square mole inverse is the unit of lambda m. Molar conductivity की unit है Siemens centimeter square mole inverse, और you can also write the unit as Siemens की जगह हम ohm inverse लिख सकते हैं, centimeter square mole inverse. So this is the molar conductivity. So molar conductivity is denoted by lambda m, which is basically the conducting power of all the ions that are produced when 1 mole of electrolyte is dissolved in a solution in which 2 electrodes are placed which are 1 centimeter apart, and you can tell mathematically lambda m is equal to 1000 kappa upon concentration, which is in mole per liter. So this is the basic about electrochemistry, in which we are dealing with the conductors, the type of conductors, that is electrolytic and metallic. Now to understand the term conductivity, conductance, resistance, we have to start from Ohm's law, and this is about that particular video. This for that particular video we have made this.